Good morning, everybody. Happy Thirsty Thursday, and in South Africa, as we say, Puza Thursday. Morning, everybody. All right. Good morning to everyone who's just joined the show. Welcome to the show, and well, happy Thursday. Let's be decent about it. Well, you are currently streaming live with us in the Nation South on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to join the conversation, you're welcome to do so by interacting with us at the bottom of the screen, or you could use our WhatsApp line, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen throughout the entire show. Yeah. Now, if you can't see it, it's 074-660-5829. All right. So we got a full hour of fun, a jam-packed show for you guys. The lineup is, as always, when we open up the show, Wack and Simpson with these senseless surveys. All right. And then not forgetting that today we are talking about the legends from Lighthouses. Quite interesting. Cool topic. All right, and then not forgetting our beautiful and talented people out there around the globe. Today's it's a bit of a special one. We're doing a it's called a Eurovision 2023 challenge, and we have 3 different artists performing the same song. So you, as the viewer, are going to have to tell me who do you think was the best, and then eventually we're going to end up with telling you who the winner was. Yeah. All right, and not forgetting my personal favorite comedian, stand-up comedian, Auntie Sheila. Yay! All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we'll pop into Wack Up Simpson after the commercial break.
The rich taste that says you've arrived. Uyingakar. Living a life of illusion, leaving your finances on the rocks. In this world of Bazotina Bantu, do you want a bank that takes your money, or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Welcome back, everybody. If you just joined us, you are currently streaming live with us in the Nation South on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. And if you want to join the conversation, you're welcome to do so by commenting at the bottom of the screen right there. Or if you want to hashtag yourself anonymous, you're welcome to use our WhatsApp line, which you find right there. All right, so looking at every single show, we open up with a senseless survey. Let's do it again this morning with Wack and Simpson.
Calling Premier Auto Pine Town, speaking, how may I help you?
Good morning, ma'am. I'm Agent 319265. I need to ask you a few questions for your country. It's just regarding the census survey that you forgot to fill out last week.
Okay, sir.
Facebook bought WhatsApp for $16 billion. Don't you think they should have known you could have downloaded it for free?
I can't hear you clearly, sir. Your line is not clear.
When milking a cow in Russia, does soft serve ice cream come out?
That's what?
When milking a cow in Russia, does soft serve ice cream come out?
I don't know. I've never been in Russia.
Did you know that DNA stands for National Dyslexics Association?
No, I didn't.
How deep does your belly button go? Using an index finger, does it go to the first, second, or third knuckle?
I don't know. I haven't tried that either.
Just try it?
I'm at work at the moment. I'm busy, sir.
Just measure for me, please.
I'm at work. There are guests in front of me who are waiting to check out now. I thought this was an agent call.
Okay, I'm going to ask you one last time. Can you just measure your belly button and how many knuckles deep it is? 1, 2, or 3?
2.
2? Sorry?
2 knuckles.
2 knuckles. That's a deep belly button. Do animals always know when a storm is coming because they can stay at home and watch the news all day?
No, they don't know that.
Why do people always make such a fuss over how much a newborn weighs? I mean, it's a baby. It's not a stash of marijuana.
No. I don't know because I'm not a mother yet.
Okay, and do you think that scorpions are just gothic lobsters?
I don't know either.
Do you think when an octopus learns how to roundhouse kick, humans will pretty much be done?
I don't know.
Going to private school and coming out with D's, is that like going for a boob job and coming out with A's?
Going on a private school, getting a D, and from a boob, what?
Going to a private school and coming out with D's is like going for a boob job and coming out with A's.
No.
Not at all. Do you think they should have chess matches on the infield of Formula One tracks so that you can watch two boring things at once?
Oh, nice.
I'm sorry, I have to hang up because there's someone coming in who's checking out. I'm at a hotel. Okay, thank you so much.
Gone. There you go. She held it out for a while.
She did, and that belly button was very deep indeed.
Two
was.
knuckles deep.
I tell you
Sam.
what.
That's a long belly button.
Do you know how many people are sitting in their cars having surreptitiously pulled up their shirt?
Yeah.
I'm one knuckle. I'm half and half. I'm up to half. Measure your belly button. How deep is your love? You're one knuckle, Vin. One knuckle.
It's got a long way to go before it hits the belly button.
Wow.
I'm the same, bro.
Sam, how deep is your belly button?
I'm not doing this in front of you. I'm
Come
not.
on,
No,
Samantha.
Wack and Simpson, everybody. How deep is your belly button? Did you check? Okay, I'm not going to tell you why. Let's stay professional. Let's keep it professional in studio today. All right, guys, that was Wack and Simpson Senseless Survey. Well, it's titled Deep Belly Button, but anyway, it also makes you want to check. I mean, it's something that it's not really important, but it's something you're just curious and you're human, so you want to know. When we come back, we're going to talk about the legends from Lighthouses straight after this commercial break.
I put a spell on you. Because you're mine. Oh, because you're mine. Because you're mine.
Welcome back, you cracker darlings. Oh, you just joined the show. You're a little late, but it's okay. I forgive you. These things happen. Yeah, and I'm Indian, so yeah. Welcome to the show, guys. You're currently streaming live with us in Malaysia South on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. If you want to join the conversation, you're welcome to do so by commenting at the bottom of the screen, or you could use our WhatsApp line. If you want to hashtag it anonymous with a comment, you're welcome to do so with that number right there. Remember, if you just missed the WhatsApp line, you can see it at the bottom right of your screen throughout the entire show. Alright, so today we are being assisted and hosted by Aiden Hansen, as he's helping us with his top 5 terrifying, they like to do scary stuff, their team. So they're talking about the top 5 terrifying legends from isolated lighthouses. And yes, we're going to welcome Aiden in a bit of a second. But let's talk about lighthouses. Now, I know a lot of kids out there like lighthouses. It's fascinating, it's big, it's a light. But what fascinates them is that it's always on and it's always running. Now, let's talk about lighthouse legends, right? Lighthouse legends, you get your missing keepers, your storms, and you get your ghost stories, which is true. Okay, so let's take a look at what IC Sedgwick actually had to share with us on Attenville TV this morning. So it goes to say that lighthouses actually descend from an ancient concept. The ancient Egyptians, the Phoenicians, and the Greek built towers to house beacons. So over time, these buildings developed to include more technology, right? They either mark dangerous places for rocks or guide ships into safe harbors. That's what it's meant for. Now, for example, the lighthouses on the north and the south piers mark the entrance to the River Tyne. Now, the piers also help to guide any ships away from the Black Middens, a dangerous rock formation at the river mouth. Now, 5 ships wrecked on the rocks in just 3 days in 1864. And the north, meaning the north left, and the south right pier at Tyne mouth, IC Sedgwick has written a very big article about this. So, but houses are actually quite strange, and they're strange places at the best of times. So they're often isolated from the mainland, which is true. Now, we can only reach them at low tide, just so you know. so making them very, very lonely places to actually go to. Now, lighthouse keepers lived there, except lighthouses are workplaces, which undercuts any sense of domesticity. But lighthouses can also be ultimately creepy places, okay? Just look at the film The Lighthouse. I'm sure you guys have seen the show, this film. It is very popular. If you haven't, just check it out. It might be on Netflix or Showmax. Just check it out. It's a very, very popular movie. And so in this installment of our Folklore of the Sea series, let's check out some lighthouse legends. Now, I've got a legend here in front of me. It's called Wales, the Smalls Lighthouse Tragedy. Okay, now this sad incident greatly impacted how lighthouses work around the British Isles, right? And now we travel back to 1801. Now, Thomas Griffith and Thomas Howell worked at the Smalls Lighthouse, 20 miles off the Pembrokeshire coast. Now, the lighthouse was built in 1776 on the Smalls Rocks, Harry's 2020. Now, by all accounts, the men hated each other, and they often fought, and people knew of the animosity. Now, so Howell actually ran into a problem with Griffith and was in a freak accident and became really unwell. And he had no means of calling for help, and weeks later, Griffith finally died. Panic gripped Howell. What should he do? He didn't want to bury the body at the sea, since people would no doubt accuse him of murdering Griffith. So engraving of the Smalls Lighthouse by Sauchel in 1870, it's a public domain, via Wikimedia Commons. Now, at first, he tried to keep the body in the lighthouse with no means to preserve the corpse. It began to decompose. The smell would have been overwhelming. Howell next built a coffin and tied it exactly to the rocks. So he placed Griffith in the coffin and continued to man the lighthouse on his own. But the waves battered the coffin on the rocks, breaking it open. Griffith's arms seemed to wave to Howell with the movement of the sea. But most people think Howell spent 3 weeks alone at the lighthouse with just a corpse for company. Now, the isolation and what happened badly traumatized him, leaving him almost unrecognizable by the time his replacements relieved him. Now, after that, 3 men needed to man a lighthouse, not 2. Plenty of the lighthouse legends grew up around the tragedy. In some, ships passed the lighthouse, blissfully unaware of the traumatized state of the lone lighthouse keeper, and in others, boats passed close enough to see Griffith's waving arms. Harry's 2020 story. That was actually quite freaky now. But if you see what happens, it's amazing how when you worry about what people think, you actually end up doing worse. Coming in at number 5 with Aiden Hansen from America, he's talking about Point Lookout.
I'm not sure how many of you guys have been on a boat at night, but if you have, you would know how terrifying the sea can get at night. But fortunately, when coming towards land, we have a bastion of light that stands as a beacon of safety. Aptly named lighthouses, these buildings are often operated by small crews of keepers or are automated in order for incoming ships to be aware of where land is, what dangers might inhabit the murky waters, and so they know which way to go when lost at sea. However, the lonely lifestyle of a lighthouse keeper can come with haunting stories and experiences seen by no other. What's up, guys? I'm Aiden, and here are the top 5 terrifying legends from isolated lighthouses. Coming in at number 5 is Point Lookout. The Point Lookout Lighthouse, a solemn sentinel overlooking Maryland's turbulent shores, conceals a chilling secret beneath its weathered exterior. An enigmatic history marked by inexplicable occurrences that give rise to its reputation as one of the most haunted lighthouses in the United States. Constructed in 1830, the lighthouse has borne witness to countless maritime tragedies. Yet, it is the eerie tales of apparitions and unexplained events that have cast an enduring shadow over its storied past. One haunting narrative that has permeated local lore is the restless spirit of a Confederate soldier. As twilight descends, a spectral figure is said to materialize, pacing the desolate shoreline, eternally seeking an escape from the captivity that once held him during the Civil War. Visitors have described the sensation of being watched by unseen eyes and hearing phantom footsteps echoing through empty corridors, evoking an undeniable sense of otherworldly presence. A haunting of tragic romance also lingers within the lighthouse's walls. Legend speaks of of a forlorn young woman, her heartache so profound that even death could not sever her tie to the earthly realm. Believed to be the lover of a Confederate prisoner, she met her fate in a shipwreck, her anguished cries forever imprinted upon the lighthouse's surroundings. Some who have spent nights within its chambers claim to have heard her spectral sobs carried upon the wind, an ethereal echo of her undying love and unfulfilled longing. Venturing into the lighthouse's dimly lit rooms, one may encounter objects that seemingly move of their own accord, doors that creak open without human touch, and unexplained cold spots that defy the laws of nature. These eerie phenomena have drawn curious souls and intrepid investigators seeking to uncover the truth behind the lighthouse's haunted reputation. Armed with cameras and recording devices, they strive to capture elusive evidence of the supernatural, a testament to the profound impact the lighthouse's haunted history has left on the collective imagination. Amidst the raging storms and whispering winds that sweep across Point Lookout, the lighthouse stands as a silent witness to its spectral inhabitants. With each passing year, its legends of Confederate soldiers, morning apparitions, and unexplained occurrences continue to captivate and chill those who dare to explore its haunted depths. The Point Lookout Lighthouse, shrouded in mystery and steeped in the echoes of a haunted past, remains an enduring testament to the inexplicable forces that defy rational explanation and keep the flame of the paranormal burning bright.
Scotland Flannan Isles Lighthouse. Now this story, the Flannan Islands lie in the Outer Hebrides. Now among them lies Ilion Moor, where you'll find a remote lighthouse. It's at the center of one of the oddest lighthouse legends in the British Isles. And now, while supernatural going-ons obviously appear there, and in the history of the island before we ever reach the lighthouse. Now, Saint Flannan, a 6th century Irish bishop, once built a chapel on this island. Now, shepherds would let their sheep graze on the island, but never spent the night there. Now, spirits apparently haunted the spot, and they didn't want to encounter them. Now, on the 26th of December in the 1900, Captain James Harvey took Joseph Moore to the lighthouse. They'd had reports that the light had gone out on 15th of December. They drew near in their vessel, yet no one waited for them on the landing platform. Now, Flannan Isles at the lighthouse by Chris Downer, Captain Harvey blew the horn and even fired a flare to let the keepers know that they'd actually arrived. So Moore left the ship and climbed the steps to the lighthouse. He later discovered feelings of foreboding and, well, as he did, so did Johnson. Now, Moore reached the lighthouse and discovered the door unlocked. Only one coat hung in the entrance hall, rather than 3. So he found half-eaten food and an unturned chair in the kitchen. The lock had actually been stopped. The clock had actually been stopped in the lighthouse. So he couldn't find them anywhere in the lighthouse. Captain Harvey ordered a search of the islands, yet the missing man had vanished. And according to the signs in the lighthouse, they must have been gone for about a week. Well, were there any clues? Well, on the lighthouse log seemed to yield any clues, right? One entry on the 12th of November described horrific winds, right? And then the quiet mood of the principal keeper and the assistant had been crying. The log continued to speak of a violent storm, although they were quite safe in the new lighthouse, and no one reported any storms in that area until 17th of December. So no one could work out why William MacArthur, one of the keepers, had gone outside without his oilskin coat, especially in December. The rules forbade all 3 to leave the post together. Now, eventually, the investigation concluded that they've been trying to retrieve a supply crate when a wave washed them out to sea. The smashed open supply box on the western landing platform seemed to explain it, and it seemed 2 of the keepers had gone out, and when they didn't return, MacArthur had ventured out. Now, if you look at this, it's very, very freaky. I mean, anything can happen in a lighthouse. I wouldn't want to go there. I'll watch it from afar. It looks pretty. Coming in at number 4, Point Out Spots.
Next up at number 4, Pointe au Barque. Nestled along the rugged shoreline of Lake Huron, the Pointe au Barque Lighthouse stands as a stoic sentinel of the past, its weathered facade concealing a tapestry of eerie tales and ghostly legends that have etched their mark on the annals of maritime lore. Erected in 1847, this Michigan lighthouse has become a focal point for both history enthusiasts and seekers of the supernatural, drawn by its haunting reputation and the inexplicable occurrences that have occurred within its corridors. Within the lantern lantern's shadowy glow, whispers of ghostly apparitions have woven an intricate web of mystery around the Puerto Bark lighthouse. Foremost among these is the enigmatic figure of a young woman, her presence ethereal yet palpable. Legend holds that she was a keeper's daughter, enthusiast to traverse the lighthouse's halls in search of spectral encounters and elusive evidence of the supernatural. The Puerto Bark lighthouse is borne witness to the tempestuous nature of Lake Huron, its history woven with maritime tragedies that further fuel its haunted reputation. It is said that the anguished cries of shipwreck victims linger on the wind, their voices intermingling with the howl of waves and the mournful wail of the lighthouse's foghorn. These echoes of maritime sorrow serve as a haunting reminder of the lives lost to the unforgiving waters that the lighthouse has steadfastly guarded. Honestly, you guys, I think I could handle it. I'd love living in a lighthouse, some peace and quiet, maybe get to watch a movie, read a book every now and then. Plus, if it's haunted, I get a friend to hang out with when I'm bored. What about you guys? Let me know in the comments if you'd be a haunted lighthouse keeper.
As we keep talking about the legends from lighthouses, let's take a quick break and we come back a little bit more.
Systems accessed.
Welcome back, guys. If you just joined us, welcome to the show. We are currently streaming live in Lunasia South on Attenville TV. This is the Crack of Dawn show, and well, I'm your host, Kimera Heeralal. And if you'd like to join the conversation, you're welcome to do so by commenting at the bottom of the screen right there, or you could use our WhatsApp line, which you'll find throughout the entire show at the bottom right of your screen. Alright, so as we continue to speak about the legends from lighthouses, let's continue with Aiden Hansen all the way in America, sharing with us number 3, New England Lighthouse.
Moving on to number 3, New England Lighthouse. In the 1890s, on a remote island off the New England coast, a lighthouse is overseen by a former sailor by the name of Wake, and another man embarking on a month-long tenure as a wickie by the name of Howard. The two men got along just fine, until the wickie stumbles upon a decoration made of bone portraying a mermaid called a scrimshaw, something he'd keep as a memento of his 4-week work as a lighthouse keeper. The two men worked very hard, though Wake would often lay tasks upon the new hire to take advantage of the extra pair of hands. The wickie was subjected to strenuous tasks like chamber pot maintenance, machinery upkeep, lugging heavy kerosene tanks upstairs, and painting the lighthouse. The wickie, despite being responsible for most of the tasks during his stay, was forbidden from entering the lantern room of the lighthouse by his fellow keeper. Reportedly, Howard's stay on the island took a surreal turn after taking the decoration, where he began experiencing hallucinations of sea monsters and drifting logs in the ocean, and he began to form an oddly intense attachment to the mermaid scrimshaw, which led to many mermaid-related hallucinations as well. But things began to take a turn for the worst when a macabre discovery would disrupt Howard's routine: a deceased seagull polluting the cistern and tainting their water supply, just a day before Howard's anticipated departure. It is thought that seagulls are actually the reincarnated spirits of fallen sailors, so a dead gull was often thought of as a bad omen amongst those who live by the sea, especially to Wake, a former sailor. It would be Wake who blamed Howard for the seagull's death, which led the two men to fight. It was then that a massive tempest would hit the island, delaying Howard's departure further, prolonging the two men's isolation. The next day, the intended day of departure, body of a mermaid reportedly washed up upon the shore, the storm still raging. The beached mermaid's body body awakening upon its finding and emitting an eerie cry. Disturbed, the two men retreat to the lighthouse where they notice a distinct lack of rations. With no food, no alcohol, and a tainted water supply, the two men began a descent into madness, and the storm was no help either, causing massive waves to hit the lighthouse and the small cottage they were sleeping in, further heightening a sense of impending doom upon the keepers. This descent into madness led Howard to kill Wade, presumably after finding the former sailor's keeper's log, which was filled with critical assessments of Howard's incompetence. What happens next is a mystery lost to time, but all that is known is that Howard's body was found by the shore, but being eaten apart by the savage peck of seagulls. Probably something to do with that mermaid and the Forbidden Lantern Room, if you ask me. This haunting isolation, intertwined with desperation and madness, culminates in a disturbing tableau that speaks to the eerie and foreboding aura of the New England Lighthouse. If that story sounds familiar to you at all, you're not alone. That was just the plot of the movie The Lighthouse. I thought it would be nice to include it because, well, it's a good movie. Pretty messed up though. Watch at your own discretion.
Ireland. Ireland's Hook Lighthouse. Now, Hook Lighthouse in County Wexford is the world's second oldest operational lighthouse. Now, people disagree over who first built the lighthouse story. Now, popular theories named like Raymond Legros, who apparently built a tower here in 1112. And, or should we say, William Marshall, Earl of Pembroke, who built the lighthouse in 1245. Now, that said, there has been some sort of beacon here since the 5th century. Let's just leave it like that. So the monks tended to lighthouse until 1641, though they abandoned it during the English Civil War. Now, there are rumors that their remains are entombed in the walls, but not as sure what the evidence for this was actually for. So other folklore actually claims only one monk lies within the walls, and this is actually quite a scary story. If you think about it, people's bodies inside the walls. No thanks. Alright, so we got Charles II, who allowed the restoration of the lighthouse in 1665 when builders enlarged it and extended it from 18 meters to 24 meters high, and it's been in active use ever since 1667. Now, keepers lived at the lighthouse until 1977, and it was automated in 1996. Now, according to legend, William Marshall still hunts the site. He believed to spend time in the tower where he can keep watch. Witnesses report seeing a monk walking at the base of the tower. Is it the monk whose body actually lies within the walls? Or actually, I think you decide. Alright, coming up at number 2, we got Poveglia Island.
Next up at number 2, which I swear is in another movie plot, Poveglia Island. Nestled in the chilling waters of the Venetian lagoon, Poveglia Island stands as a spectral enigma veiled in history and darkness. This isolated isle, once home to a lighthouse that guided seafarers through treacherous waters, is now shrouded in tales of torment, tragedy, and unexplained phenomena that have bestowed upon it a reputation as one of the world's most haunted places. The Poveglia Island Lighthouse, though now a mere ruin, was once a guiding light for ships navigating the intricate channels of the lagoon. Its beam cut through the mist, offering solace to sailors seeking safe passage. Yet, beneath this utilitarian facade, the island harbors a haunting past that continues to echo through time. Poveglia's ominous history is interwoven with tales of death and suffering. In the 18th century, the island served as a quarantine station for ships plagued by infectious diseases, earning a reputation as a place of torment and despair. Thousands who succumbed to the ravages of illness were unceremoniously buried in mass graves, their anguished cry and final moments seemingly imprinted upon the land itself. As the years unfolded, Poveglia Island's macabre legacy deepened. In the 20th century, the island housed a psychiatric hospital where patients purportedly suffered unspeakable treatment and experiments. The decaying buildings and ruins that now dot the landscape stand as somber testaments to the agony endured within their walls. Legends abound of restless spirits that wander the island's desolate shores. Witnesses have recounted eerie apparitions, disembodied whispers, and unsettling sensations of being watched. The air itself seems thick with dread, as if the island's tormented past refuses to be forgotten. Poveglia Island Lighthouse, though no longer operational, continues to cast its spectral light upon the waters of the Venetian lagoon. Its history of suffering, tragedy, and inexplicable occurrences has transformed it into a beacon of the paranormal, drawing those brave enough to delve into its haunted past. As the winds whip through the ruins and the waters whisper ancient secrets, the island stands as a chilling testament to the enduring power of the supernatural and the mysteries that remain forever bound to its shores.
England Suter Lighthouse. Now, Suter Lighthouse stands on the Lizard Point in Marsden, 3.5 miles from the mouth of River Tyne. We just spoke about the River Tyne. I don't think we should be going there. All right, so the visibility is better than it is at Suter Point. But because there was already a Lizard Lighthouse in Cornwall, they called it Suter Lighthouse. Now, built in 1871, ladies and gentlemen, the Suter Lighthouse is also the first one ever built for electric power. It's now run by National Trust. Now, Suter Lighthouse, it's considered one of the UK's most haunted lighthouses. One ghost is believed to be Isabella Darling, niece of Grace Darling. According to the 1881 and 1891 census records, she lived at Suter, though no one knows why she would haunt the lighthouse. But anyways, yeah, so record says that people should point out that it was Derek Akora, the medium on The Most Haunted, who first claimed the contact of Isabella in 2002, and he almost claimed that Isabella enjoyed creating the activity and watching the expressions of those present. So the activity is fairly varied, and from temperature drops to objects floating through the air, visitors reporting hearing that their names are being called, while others have apparently seen a young girl. And one waitress even saw a man in a lighthouse keeper uniform who vanished in front of her eyes. People report smelling tobacco smoke in the kitchen corridor. It also lingers in the recreation of a keeper's cottage. Coming in at number 1 with Aidan Hansen, the Gibraltar Point Lighthouse.
And at number 1, probably the most iconic lighthouse on this list, Gibraltar Point Lighthouse. Gibraltar Point Lighthouse, an enduring sentinel standing resolute on the shores of Lake Ontario, weaves a captivating tale of maritime history and mysterious intrigue. This historic lighthouse, located on the eastern edge of Toronto, Canada, has cast its guiding beam over tumultuous waters for over a century, guiding ships and mariners through treacherous waters while harboring a legacy of eerie legends and spectral whispers. Constructed in 1808, Gibraltar Point Lighthouse stands as one of Canada's oldest lighthouses, a testament to the vital role it played in guiding vessels safely through the intricate network of Lake Ontario. Its towering stature and enduring design have weathered the passage of time, becoming a beacon of maritime heritage that has withstood the test of both nature and history. Beyond its utilitarian function, Gibraltar Point Lighthouse has been steeped in enigmatic stories that have woven an air of mystery around its hallowed grounds. The most infamous of these tales revolves around the legend of a former lighthouse keeper, John Paul Rademuller. In 1815, Rademuller met a tragic end, under the circumstances that remain shrouded in ambiguity. Some say he was a victim of mutiny, while others believe his death was a result of personal conflicts. His restless spirit is said to linger within the lighthouse, manifesting as ghostly apparitions and inexplicable occurrences that have captivated the imaginations of locals and visitors alike. Gibraltar Point Lighthouse's history is also entwined with the poignant echoes of maritime tragedies. Ships that foundered against the lake's fierce storms often met their fate in its shadow, leaving behind a legacy of lost souls and sorrow. These maritime disasters, coupled with the lighthouse's mystique, have contributed to its haunted reputation. Over the years, accounts of paranormal activity have surfaced, painting a portrait of a place where the boundaries between the living and the beyond seem to blur. Witnesses have reported unexplained footsteps echoing through empty corridors, objects moving on their own accord, and eerie apparitions that appear and disappear without warning. Such tales have drawn paranormal investigators and enthusiasts eager to uncover the truth behind Gibraltar Point Lighthouse's spectral inhabitants. And that's gonna be it for this list, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and let me know in the comments which lighthouse legends I missed. And while you're there, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell to stay up to date on all things scary. See you in the next one, guys. Goodbye.
Thank you so much, Aidan Hansen, for sharing with us your top 5 terrifying legends of the isolated lighthouses. Now, guys, what do we make of these lighthouse legends? Now, legend has it that we'd have to ghost these stories. These are ghost stories, right? And these are ghost stories that happened at these lighthouses, which doesn't actually surprise me, and it shouldn't surprise you either. These things happened, and incidents have happened, and these lighthouses, we know the purpose why it was made and why it's still there, and a lot of them are automated nowadays. So these are just legends and history, good history that we wanted to share with you live on the Cracker Dawn Show. Alright guys, as we take a quick break, when we come back, we got, the Eurovision 2023 challenge coming up next, meaning great music with upcoming artists. We'll come back straight after this.
Look at slide 4.
Becky, don't lose your cool. Think of the quarter pounder. It will taste like sunshine on a rainy day. Oh, so make it a day, the quarter pound away. Da 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 da.
Welcome back, you crocodiles. I hope you guys enjoyed the entire show about legends, from Lighthouses. Alright, as we always do halfway through the show, we come up with great music and great entertainment just for you guys. Now, today we're doing something a little different, okay? It's called the Eurovision 2023 Challenge, and there's 3 artists performing the very same song. You have a choice to make. You can vote, or if you want, you can just wait for the end of the show and see who's the winner. I'll prefer if you interact with us and join the show. So coming up on the first artist, okay, let's talk about the original artist. And the original artist of this track is Tattoo, and the song Lorraine, it's been covered by Giorgia Rizza from Italy. So let's take a look. Welcome back, guys. We're doing this whole Eurovision 2023 musical challenge, and we've got the original artist song, which is called Tattoo, and the song is called Lorraine. So now, we just finished the cover artist Emiliani from Italy. Coming up next, let's take a quick break. Okay, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to see the next artist perform the very same song, performing for the Eurovision 2023 challenge. Straight after this commercial break. Welcome back, you crack of daughters. You're currently streaming live in Malaysia South on Atomville TV, baby. This is the Crack of Dawn show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. If you want to join the conversation, you're welcome to do so by commenting at the bottom of the screen, or you could, well, hashtag it anonymous and use our WhatsApp line, which you'll find at the bottom right of your screen throughout the entire show. Alright, so as we're doing the Eurovision 2023 challenge, you just heard Giorgia Riza from Italy doing the original artist song Tattoo, the song called Lori. Yeah, the artist is Tattoo, the song is Lori. Now you just heard Giorgia Riza from Italy. Coming up next, we have Emiliani from Italy. Check it out.
I don't wanna go, but baby, we both know this is not a time. It's time to say goodbye until we meet again. 'Cause this is not the end. Here will come a day when we will find the way. Violins playing and the angels crying. When the stars align, then I'll be there. No, I don't care about them all, 'cause all I want is to be loved. And all I care about is you. It's like a million can't do. No, I don't care about your pain. I want for fire and for rain, just to get closer to you. It's like a million can't do. Letting my hair down, I'm taking it cool. You got my heart in your hand, the loss of my friend, it's all that I got. Violins playing and the angels crying. When the stars align, then I'll be there. No, I don't care about them all, 'cause all I want is to be loved. And all I care about is you. It's like a million can't do. No, I don't care about the pain. I walk for fire and for rain, just to get closer to you. It's like a million can't do. No, I don't care about them all, 'cause all I want is to be loved. And all I care about is you. It's like a million cats to do. I don't care about the pain. I run from fire and for rain, just to get closer to you. It's like a million cats to do. All I care about is love. All I care about is love. It's like a million cats to do.
Shout out to Wesley Nair, who's watching the show with me, baby. Alright, so for those of you who just missed the song, you just saw, well, missed the cover version of Emiliani from Italy performing for us Tattoos Loreen. Alright, so now we're gonna we'll jump to number 3 in a bit of a sec, but let's do a little of our fun facts, which we do every single weekday. Alright, I find this part of the show educational and fun at the same time. Yeah. Alright, did you know? Yeah, we're hitting the did you knows now, right? Did you know baby rabbits are actually called kits? How cute. Okay, now also the first aeroplane that ever flew was on December 17, 1903. Oh yeah! If you didn't know, for those of you who don't know. Okay, did you know Venus is the only planet to spin clockwise? Oh yeah, that's quite interesting because I like planets. Anyway, did you know a 73-year-old bottle of French Burgundy became the most expensive bottle of wine ever sold at an auction in 2018? It was going for $558,000. Sure, for booze? I would never. Then you can buy a house with that too. Alright guys, let's take a quick break. When we come back, we're gonna have the third, last but not least, another artist performing for us our Tattoos Lorraine song. So yeah, stay exactly where you are. We'll come back straight after this commercial break.
The ultimate accessory, the latest shiny thing. Mesmerized. Trying to keep up, but never getting ahead in an endless cycle of spending. In this world of constant upgrades, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Welcome back! Alright, I'm still running the Eurovision 2023 challenge, baby. Alright, here comes in the third artist doing the same song by Tattoo. Oh yeah. And the song is called Lorraine. Well, I'm sorry guys, I got a bit of a cold, so please forgive me for my manly vocals. Alright, coming up next, Art Nation, who is actually the winner of this Eurovision challenge. Check it out.
I don't wanna go, but baby we both know this is not our time. It's time to say goodbye until we meet again. 'Cause this is not the end. It will come a day when we will find our way. Violins playing in the angels crying. When the stars align, then I'll be there. No one can better than love. Someone is still in love, and all I care about is you. You stuck on me like a tattoo. No one can better than. I watch the fire into the rain. To get closer to
Eurovision 2023 challenge. You just saw it, guys. Well, he's known as Art Nation. Well done. Electric guitar. Just you won as soon as the song starts. Alright, I've just been informed there was a misprint on the paper. So the original artist is Loreen and the name of the song is Tattoo. So sorry about that, guys. Unfortunately, I can't be given a script. So yeah, forgive me for that. Alright, so the Eurovision challenge, I'd like to give a shout out to Art Nation for winning. Yeah, shout out to you guys. Now, if you just joined the show and you are watching the show for the very first time, don't forget, guys, to like, share and subscribe to this channel if you haven't done it already. We are a small channel, a small station, and well, we need you to grow our station, and what actually counts is the numbers. So yeah, as we entertain you, the numbers count. We need you to, well, just subscribe to our channel, and if you can, lend a hand and just by clicking share, the share button. Yeah, whether you're coming through Facebook or YouTube, please do share this link, as we are a small station, a community station growing, and yeah, we need you guys to build ourselves. Alright, so let's take a quick break. When we come back, we got Auntie Sheila from Durban, a beautiful stand-up comedian, might I add, straight after this.
The rich taste that says you've arrived. Uyigakar. Living a life of illusion. Leaving your finances on the rocks. In this world of Bazotina Bantu, do you want a bank that takes your money or a bank that takes your money seriously?
Welcome back, guys! Woo! Alright. We've come towards the end of the show, but it's not a bad thing. You know, we still got a little some way for you. Welcome back. For those of you who just joined us, you are streaming live with us in the Nation South on Actonville TV, baby. This is the Crack It Down show with myself, Kimera, Heeralal, as your host. If you want to join the conversation, comment at the bottom right there, or you could use our WhatsApp line, which you can find right there. Alright, so let's jump to it. Auntie Sheila's coming up next, baby. Woo! Okay, this is gonna be fun. Auntie Sheila's gonna talk about lots of things. She talks about hot gossip. She talks about how people have bad habits. She talks about everything, you know, like a typical lady. Okay, we all know the truth, but you know what I mean. Auntie Sheila keeps us laughing. Auntie Sheila keeps me going every single day. So I hope you enjoy this one. Here is Auntie Sheila talking about skin color. Black don't crack. Check it out.
Hello, vanakkam darlings, it's Auntie Sheila again, and you know dolls, today I want to talk about something that's very sensitive in our Indian community, right? And that is, it is the issue of skin color. And I think let's talk with Auntie Sheila. Not everything has to be a joke, darling. So anyway, other day I went to a grocery shopping, right? I'm in the mall and I'm busy picking, you know, my cucumber, my carrots, everything, because you know, our uncle likes fresh salad, right? Especially when I cook my Cornish chicken, ooh, and you know, that potatoes and all, the way he loves his salad, right? I'm busy picking my things. I don't know what conversation I was having, you know, with one lady, and then she said to me, "Oh, you Tamil?" And then I said, "Yeah, I am a Tamil woman." Then she said, "Oh, your mother and your father were Tamil." I said, "Yeah, my mother and my father are Tamil. That's how I'm Tamil." You know, people ask stupid questions, right? Then she said, "Oh, but you don't look like a Tamil." I said, "Excuse me? What do you mean I don't look like a Tamil? What kind of statement is that? What does a Tamil look like?" And then that light bulb moment went on. It is all about skin color and the perceptions, you know, people have about us Tamil people and stuff like that. But this is something, an issue that affects all the Indians all over the world, darling. You know, I'm so stressful, even my bottu is coming up. But anyway, darlings, you know, uncle's family. My mother-in-law, that one day, oh, she's dead and she's gone. But let me tell you something. That woman, oh, she was such a witch. You know, darlings, first thing, you know how she said, "Oh, Mandraji girl came in, very funny. She's a fair-looking girl. How you what she did. You know, when the babies were born out, they'll come and say, and everyone is guilty, I know. You know, when y'all go to that cubicle, y'all don't care whether they got nose, eyes, heart, everything. All y'all care is if the baby is fair. The baby is fair, y'all say, ooh, so beautiful, the baby, but sly way, y'all sitting and checking the ear, and then y'all will go gossip and say, ooh, fair face, but you saw the ear, ooh, the baby will go way down. Or otherwise, what else we say, darlings? You know what we do? As we're driving, we say, ayo, the mother and father are so fair, what happened to the child? Or otherwise, we'll say, ayo, the mother and father are so dark, how the child came away so fair. Those are the statements we make, darling. And this affects a lot of people. At the end of the day, darling, not me, not me. You know, I always say black is beauty. You know, our Tamil boys, let me tell you something, right? Given, right? Uncle is a Hindi boy, right? And he's a handsome Hindi boy, looks like an Hindi man, sorry. And he is, you know, they got the pretty boys, right? Given, it's given. But what about our Tamil boys? Let me tell you something about our Tamil boys. They might be a little bit brown skin, but whoo! When they take out everything, they are built for the kill, my darlings. They are strong like you don't know what. You know, in Tamil, what we say, darling, you know, like when you're eating dal, I don't know, you're all over the world, but in South Africa, what we say, you know, they say, rombo akkada verve the nakada. Oh, you know, when you're eating dal, you can lick your finger. That's how our Tamil boys are. And at the end of the day, darling, if ever anybody says something to you about color, know that it is ignorance, darling. It is absolute ignorance. And that's why we question, you know, in South Africa, there was this one girl, and she made herself white. And, you know, I can't imagine, because it's such a dangerous thing to take out all the melanin of your body. You can't even go to the sun. You can't even go in the sun. But to go to that extreme measures to almost like poison the body, you got to question, maybe it was society that infused these horrible thoughts in their mind. So I just want to leave you all with this, darling. Be proud of your skin color, black, white, green, blue. We are made as God intended us to be. And let me tell you, embrace yourself. And one more thing, let me tell you about black people. You know, you'll call us dark people, black people, this people, that people. Let me just inform you all, darling, black, it don't crack, darling. Woo.
Auntie Sheila from Darren, ladies and gentlemen. Brilliant performance. I love this one. And skin color, black, don't crack. Yo! Okay, so next time I get officially tanned, and it's almost December time now, so I am gonna get a little darker. And don't worry, guys, don't blame the lighting guy in studio. It is gonna be me getting tanned, and I think I still look cute even if I was dark skinned. So yeah, I'm brown and I'm proud. Thanks, Auntie Sheila. Thank you so much for the motivational talk. Guys, I noticed something. The viewership only starts picking up at 10 o'clock. For those of you who are watching the show, don't you want to give us a bit of a comment at the bottom of the screen? Even if I end the show now, I want a vote. Nishi Heeralal, thank you for coming in through YouTube. She says, morning Kimera. And she says, Auntie Sheila's too hot. I know. She also continues to laugh at the humor. You know, Auntie Sheila, you make my day every day as well. Thanks so much. We always have Wackett Simpson opening up our show every single weekday. And we have Auntie Sheila who closes our show every single weekday. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. So it's almost time for me to go, guys. I want you guys to vote, and you give us the time we should broadcast live. I know everybody's working, either working or they're studying in college. I'll say school, right? Everybody's either in school or at work, and most housewives, they're only getting back home at 10 o'clock after maybe dropping the kids off. Not everybody has their kid going to the public school right down the road. So I know this. So if 10 a.m. is a better time to go live, please let us know. As I'm watching the numbers go up, I'm so sad to actually close the show right now. But anyways, guys, what a beautiful show. We spoke about, well, firstly, we opened up the show with a big bang. Wackett Simpson with his senseless survey making us laugh. And then we had, well, the terrifying legends. Well, coming from all the way from America, Aiden shared with us, Aiden Hansen. He shared with us the top 5 terrifying legends about isolated lighthouses. And these were quite horrific stories. Basil Wesley James coming in saying, good morning, family. Welcome, Mr. James. Good morning. Thank you so much for joining the show. Uncle Basil, if you're still there, Mr. James, I don't know. I'm asking everybody for a vote, or for, well, a time slot, because I noticed as soon as I'm about to close the show and everybody seems to come in at 10 a.m. So should we start the crack of dawn at 10 a.m. or a little bit better? Nishi Heeralal coming in on YouTube saying 10 a.m. is a better time. Thank you so much, Miss Heeralal. Mr. James, we're waiting for your comments. Interact with us in studio today as we want to find out when the crack of dawn should actually start. It'll be a good... Oh, Mr. James comes in. 10 a.m. is a perfect time. I see that now. We'll come tomorrow live on the crack of dawn at 10 a.m. in the morning. Thanks to Mr. James and Mrs. Heeralal. Thank you so much for the votes. I appreciate it. If you missed the show, guys, please click on the link again before I go. It was a good show. And please excuse me for my throat. I am a little sick. I've got the flu, so forgive me for that. And, well, that's all the time we have for today, folks. But before we go, I just wanted a quick did you know? Did you know an ostrich's eye is bigger than his brain? I just had to. Alright, so we got Nishi Heeralal saying, but then the name won't match. It's okay, it's just a name, it's okay. Thanks Nishi Heeralal, but for interacting with us. Vishnu David Woodley coming in, missed your show, sorry. It's okay, it's okay. Mr. Woodley, we're going to start the show tomorrow morning at 10 a.m. since the votes and everybody has interacted. And, well, you are the reason why we do the show. We're starting at 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. From myself, Kimera Heeralal, have a blessed day. See you guys tonight on the Journey Show. We're still doing, Lakshmi Devi. As we carry on the entire week, we are doing the origins of Lakshmi Devi on the Journey. So from myself, Kimera Heeralal, bye-bye for now.